All right, welcome back out here to the Iowa State Fair, where it feels like the clouds may be, I don't want to say going away, but the sun has certainly showed up to play, and it's starting to feel a
Yeah.
little bit warmer.
So we had about 3 layers of clouds this morning, including the fog, and what we're seeing is them just slowly dissipate as we get a little bit higher up. So we have some of these thin upper level ones, but we know those aren't
Yeah.
gonna do anything for us, but
Yeah.
make the sunset a little less dry. We don't have anything showing on here, and it should stay that way for a little bit longer. Now, with this boundary passing through, at this point in the summer, we can't rule out something popping up along that leading edge, but so far, we're not seeing much more compared to what we were seeing overnight last night. But off to the northwest, still nothing heading in with behind that front, so that's also good news for us, and we can actually get a little bit of dry time and some cooler temperatures. Right now, we're still holding in the mid-70s. We've got more spots climbing to 77 with Iowa Falls, Fort Dodge, Carroll, Atlantic, Des Moines, Creston, all sitting in the upper 70s, but it has been a slow warm-up. Got to keep in mind, most of us started off at around 65 to 68 this morning, so to only see roughly a 10-degree warm-up so far is good news for us. Of course, being halfway through the day, we still have plenty of time to warm up, but we usually see a little bit stronger at this point. But the wind still hasn't picked up a whole lot from this morning, and if we don't see it pick up, there is a chance we are looking at fog again tomorrow morning, but nothing compared to what we saw this morning. It was very still outside, and we saw many areas have their visibility drop down below a mile, but at this moment, still about a 3 to 7 mile per hour wind. Not going to see a whole lot of increase in that either, at least not until we get to this weekend when this heat ridge takes over. But highs for today, low 80s, only about 5 to 7 degrees more to go for us. So once again, staying slightly below average, being able to enjoy the fair a little bit more. This is exactly how tomorrow is going to look temperature-wise, but have a very different feel in terms of the humidity outside. So maybe some lighter rainfall, especially in the southern end of things as this front gets a little further south. But the sky clears up tonight. That will allow at least a maximum cool down into the low 60s, maybe even seeing a few spots break the upper 50s. But we are warming back up. We've got the low 80s for Wednesday. Still not a bad setup. A lot of sunshine, a lot of good weather for Wednesday. Truly probably one of the better days to be out here at the fair. As we get into Thursday, that's where the humidity comes back. South wind takes back over. We start seeing it move at a pretty good pace as the heat ridge south of us slowly starts to travel northward and gain a little bit of strength. So while Thursday looks somewhat seasonal, it is not going to feel that way at all, especially once we get to Friday, because Friday we are back in the low 90s. You can see our south wind does come back with a little double-digit wind speed of, call it 10 to 15 miles per hour for Thursday, and then again on Friday. But towards the end of Friday, we could be looking at a rather windy situation because we will be very close to the center of the high pressure. Of course, tighter pressure gradient, we're going to see a little stronger wind coming out of that. But going into Friday and Saturday, our final weekend of the fair, and it is in the low 90s. Even on Saturday, hitting the mid-90s. We have a weather impact alert for the heat index climbing to 100, if not a bit higher. Sunday, still a bit of a question mark. It does want to hold in the mid-90s. But once we get through Sunday, another front's on the way. Not only does that bring us some more rainfall, which not something we really need right now, we have temperatures in the upper 70s for the middle of next week. So slowly getting away from those dog days of summer, getting those early shots of fall.
I'm ready for some 70s to get back here.
And stay here.
And stay here.
Not just be here for a quick visit.
Not just a little pop-up.
Come stay for a little while.
Yes, like pretty much move in, pay rent. It's fine.
Yeah, take your shoes off. Get comfortable.
Exactly, because I'm already feeling that sweat now, so maybe it's my turn this time. Today I will be the one sweating.
We'll see. My back's feeling a little different right
Same.
now.
Same.